Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with Chencho. Um, Today I'm actually going to be baking some chicken. I recently had some friends over a while back and we barbecued chicken breast with bone in, the split breast with bone in, and thighs, and some wings and some legs. And a lot of the guests thought that the chicken was super juicy. They really felt as though they had never had this juicy of chicken before, and they asked me what my recipe was or my trick was to get the chicken so juicy without burning it or drying it out on the barbecue. And I tried to explain to them that my trick is all I do is simply bake the chicken prior to putting it on the barbecue. I usually cook it at 350, pre-seasoned in the oven. Let the chicken cook, and then I'll take my temperature probe and my meat probe, and I'll put it into the chicken. Usually one of the thickest breasts, so that I can check to see what the temperature is. Usually when it gets to about 145 to 150, I pull it out. Sometimes you can go 155 on the chicken breast, as long as you insert it straight into the bone, so that the little sensor that's on the meat thermometer touches that bone. You'll know that the chicken is done. And you can see there's two little probes on this one. There's one right there. You might not be able to see it there. And then there's another one right there. And those actually work to measure the temperature of the meat. So you want to make sure you get the probe right into the center where you hit bone. That way you know that it's going to measure the heat of the breast at the bone, which is usually the longest. That takes the longest part to cook. Once you get to 155, you can pull them out, and then you could actually set them aside. Have your barbecuer set up to start cooking. And what I'll do is I'll usually put it on the barbecuer. Wouldn't put any barbecue sauce on it until the chicken is starting to get that nice char to it. And when I say char, I mean the markings. Not so much as the burnt, charred skin, because the fat will burn a lot faster, and the barbecue sauce would even burn. So you don't want to put that till the very end when you're about ready to take it off of there. So what I'm doing today is I've got 3 chicken split breasts, and then I've got 8 thighs. And my wife likes her chicken with just plain salt, pepper, and garlic. I personally like my chicken with some of my daddy's barbecue rub that I make myself. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just season these breasts, these 3 split breasts, and the thighs with that. And then these I'll season with just as salt, pepper, and garlic for my wife. But what I do is I take my rub and I'll pull the skin back, and then insert the little shaker in there. I'm going to use this little, and I like to pull the skin up. That way you can get that seasoning underneath, inside the meat, so that it actually gets inside the meat. And then I'll just kind of dab it. I'm not sure if you can see here. I'll move the camera here a little bit so you can see. There we go. And as you can see, I pulled up the chicken skin up like that, and then I'll dabble the rub in there, get a good amount in there, and then I'll kind of cover it up on the skin itself, and I'll do that to all the thighs as well. Get some that rub in there, and that really just kind of tenderizes it and it gives it a nice flavor, because I've got some smoked Spanish paprika in there that really kind of gives it a smoky flavor. It's not a mesquite flavor. It definitely gives it a different taste, as opposed, compared to the regular paprika that you can buy at your local Tone's grocer, wherever. And as you can see, and I get pretty crazy with this rub because the kids like it, I like it, so therefore my wife's not going to eat it. She's not a big dark meat eater. She likes the white. I'm sorry, she's not a white meat chicken eater. She likes the dark meat. So this house has a lot of wings and thighs that we cook in it just for her, which the kids are happy because kids are spoiled and they do like the white meat. these over here, I'm just going to add salt, pepper, and garlic to. And as you can see on top, on the bottom. And I like to really mix it up a little bit just because not everybody's going to want the chicken breast with barbecue sauce on it. The next day you might want to take some of this meat off of these thighs and maybe make a chicken salad sandwich or a chicken barbecue sandwich or just a chicken salad. And you can do that with this meat. So all you have on here is just your SPG, so you'll have good flavor to the meat. Of course, nobody wants a skin. That's that one. Pepper my nose there. So once that's done, I'll go ahead and get it ready in the oven. The oven's preheated to 350. I'll set those in there, let them cook. And just use this hand here. This one here. Always make sure be extra cautious with chicken. So we'll let those sit, and I'll use my trusty thermometer. This one actually has a temp of 220 on there, as you can see. My oven's ready. So we'll let that cook. We'll give it about 35 to 40 minutes while it's in the oven. And then I'll go in and I'll check it and see what it looks like. Once it's ready, I'll pull it out and show you guys where the thermometer sits and what the chicken looks like. And then we'll continue with the second portion of this video of the barbecue chicken, perfect barbecue chicken. This is Chencho signing out until the part 2. Thanks.